Alright guys, we're back. We might go for 30 minutes, we might go for an hour, we'll see. But here we are. Lady Iceheart gave her life so that we might reach Azys Lla. Sail, I cannot believe she is gone. The echo is a gift and a burden both, as you know only too well. Though we walked opposing paths, Iceheart was a worthy woman. Her deeds will not soon be forgotten. There's a lot of players who wanted a relationship to form between Estinian and Iceheart. Ooh, I don't know about you, but I'm glad to be back on solid ground, even if said ground is floating in the sky. But that Imperial battleship appeared. I honestly thought we were finished, and we would have been had your friend not arrived when she did. 12 grant her mercy. Brief though our time together was, Azys was a true friend, a gentle soul who fought for her beliefs. What is a scion but one who fights for our cause? Our hopes survived thanks to her sacrifice. Let that be enough. Yet I cannot help but wonder how she came to know of our presence here. From Hraesvelgr, I would wager. He will have felt my channeling of the Eye's power. It would seem they were able to make peace with one another in the end. She gave her life because she believed in us. We owe it to her to see our mission through. See that dome-like structure further in? Let's make our way there. So Azys Lla is another actual fan favorite area in the game. There's lots of reasons why, much of which we'll get into later. But for now, it's got a very cool area effect design to it. Very Allagan. And on top of that, you got that cool looking ship up in the distance there, or whatever the fuck that is. The green on it. It's got its own aetheryte. Look at that. I can't remember if this place has more than one aetheryte. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. I could be wrong on that. Yeah, it does not. In case you guys are wondering, this is the final zone of the original release of Heaven's Ward. So, we are getting close to the end of the original release of Heaven's Ward. The Isle Sentinels don't seem to frequent this area. We should be safe here. Let's talk strategy, shall we? First of all, in the interest of efficiency, I suggest we make this place our base camp. We can coordinate the search for the Archbishop from here. I have no objections. Now that we stand upon Azys Lla, I am struck by the vastness of the isle. We must needs be methodical if we are to find our quarry. Good. Now, unless I'm mistaken, this used to be an airship landing, and a major one at that. From what I know, the Allag design, there should be a terminal nearby that is linked to the Isle's operational heart. If we can find such a terminal, we should be able to learn something of the Archbishop's whereabouts. Let's split up and look for it. The arena? You would have thought I used key bindings, but it seems I did not. I do not use key bindings other than 1 through 9 and F1 through F12. And that's simply because I cannot ever remember Alt and Shift and Control bindings. The Empire borrowed most of its technology from Allag relics. If we can find the terminal, I reckon we can operate it. Exactly. I'm trying to teach myself to play using the buttons on my mouse, but it's been hard going, so. What ungodly vessels must the Allagans have built to warrant so vast a landing? You do savage anyway, so it obviously works. Yeah, exactly. It works for me, and that's the important thing. But I use a rock band guitar for raids. If only. Machines are beyond my ken. I shall leave it to the others to find this terminal. Of more concern to me are the dragons that I sense nearby. I play 14 on a Logitech steering wheel. I'm sure there's somebody who has. Disagree, you're wrong. Oh, okay. Nothing? Damn it! There's just this terminal then, but it doesn't respond to anything. Anybody got ideas, Wedge? Wedge? He was here just a moment ago. Don't tell me he's wandered off. I'm sorry, Miro, but could you help me search for him? Absent-minded as he is, I worry that he strayed beyond the landing area and made friends with the local sentinels. Of course he's made friends with the local sentinels. Why wouldn't he have? We're in the Alpha Quadrant, guys. Man, he made it far. Someone has beaten Elden Ring no hit on a dance pad? Yeah. Your favorite is still a capacitive potato controller? The capacitive banana controller as well? Ow! Wedge, are you alright? I'm fine, Chief. I just tripped, that's all. Fool of a Lalafell. What were you thinking, coming here on your own? Death by overwork is one thing, death by stupidity quite another. I'm sorry, Chief, but I think I found something. What is this? A wreck of a sentinel? This is no wreck, Chief. She's still operational. See? Good thing kicking it worked, eh? Initiating. Performing diagnostics. Diagnostics complete. To proceed, please agree to the terms and conditions of use. I suppose? Thank you. To register as a user, please state your name. I'm Wedge, and that there is Miro. User registration complete. Welcome to Azys Lla, Master Wedge and Mistress Miro. I am Guidance Node GLI. Someone streamed themselves fighting Melania with a steering wheel and screen flipped upside down. Yeah. I don't have enough skill to do any of that. I'm just happy I was able to beat Melania. Mistress Miro sounds pretty awful. Rude. That isn't quite what I had in mind, but it might just serve. Wedge, bring the note this way, would you? There's something I'd like to try. Sorry, you'd make a terrible dominatrix. It's my side gig as a dominatrix. Indeed. Node, I need a status report on the facility. He does it on Fiverr. Gilly, you have to do what the chief says. Yes, that's it. Good girl. Here we are. Not much of note. It appears someone recently reactivated Helix, which is this area. Reactivated, you say? By the Archbishop, I'd wager. I dare say he woke the place up when he used the Vanner's key. Are there any other people in the facility? If so, where? Let's see here. On the flagship, that's the central aisle. I'm seeing positive readings within the Etherochemical Research Facility and the Fractal Continuum. And what have we here? Intruders detected in the Gamma Quadrant. Defense system engaged. Our Imperial friends, I suspect. I hope they enjoy the defense system, but what of the Archbishop and his cronies? What might offer an indication? How about this? Which area is currently consuming the most energy? Somewhere called Triad Control, inside the research facility. And what manner of place is that? It is, and I quote, a regulation facility for the Warring Triad test subjects. And that's all it says. The rest of the information is only accessible to users with consular privileges. I mislike the sound of this, which leads me to believe that it is indeed the place. I'm inclined to agree with Y'shtola. Whatever it is that the Archbishop seeks, it is like to be there. That settles it. Let's find a way to cross over to the flagship. Hey, dudes! So, the term Warring Triad might spark some memories in some of you who have some Final Fantasy knowledge, as that is definitely something that we've seen in one of the other games. Greetings, Mistress Marrow. Is there something you wish to know? Tell me how to reach the flagship. Requesting access to Aetherical Research Facility. Access granted. Generating route. Route generated. Commencing guidance to chosen destination. Please be aware that the designated route may take you through restricted sectors and that the Isle's defense system may attempt to terminate you. Be kindly reminded that, in accordance with the terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risk of damage or injury, including death, that may occur en route to your destination. Warring Triads does remind you of the two brothers from Final Fantasy VIII. Good, as it should. God damn it, Alphinaud. How the fuck do I gotta talk to you? Can the guidance still be trusted? I know not, but we have few other options. Let's see where it leads us. Miro, Y'shtola, Istinian, we four shall proceed to the research facility. Cid, the Excelsior is our sole means of escape. Pray remain here and have her ready to depart at a moment's notice. Understood. We'll see how she is prepared and ready to fly. If anything happens, just let me know via Link Pearl. Be on your guard, my friends. The enemy could be anywhere. Yeah, we can't sue the Guidance Sode or the Allegans. Alright. Kefka has entered the chat. Why do you say that? Kidding. But I'm glad you know where what the Warring Triad references. I can't get up there, apparently. We got Snapper Rook and Spinner Rick, of which we're gonna fight neither of those. So Azys Lla actually is got a cool effect going on right now, just thunder. So it does have another weather effect that's even cooler than just standard thunder. I don't know if we're going to see it because it happens very, I don't want to say rarely, but it happens, it's not a common one. Hey look, FF13 enemies! Hello there, Clockwork Paladins and Clockwork Engineer. Now these actually aren't the first time that these enemies have been used. They actually appeared in the first raid series of FF14, Binding Coil of Bahamut. These guys are in 13-1, what are you talking about? You are currently within the Alpha Quadrant. First, you must use the nearby Matter Conduit to travel to the Beta Quadrant. Please, wait a moment while I activate it. Not the Paladins? I don't know about that. But I was talking more the model, not the monster itself. Okay, so the model appears. It's just not called Clockwork Paladin. It's called Clockwork Knight. So you are in essence correct. Paladins are not in FF13. It actually doesn't appear in 13.2 either. It is again called the Knight there as well. Alright, guys, we've teleported. We are now over here on the map instead of over there. According to my records, this conduit was last serviced approximately 5,014 years, 6 months, 11 days, 7 hours, and 13 minutes ago. That it should function without mishap may be described as a miracle. Oh, okay. Oh. The guidance node is ready to take you through the beta quadrant. I forget if there's any... Okay. Resuming guidance to the Aetherochemical Research Facility, please follow me. This sector, the beta quadrant, is home to laboratories which produce chimerical life forms for both military and household applications. Our facility has been awarded 3-star certification for compliance with ASO 3001. The good behavior of the creatures born here is guaranteed. Please be warned, however, that millennia of neglect may have had an adverse effect on their disposition. For your own safety, please refrain from approaching the creatures. Millennia of neglect. Great. There are no ether currents in this area, guys. So when you're here, you just get them through the quests and that's it. So that's kind of cool. We gotta go up here. I was gonna say, I'll be surprised if that doesn't aggro me. Recombination labs. These are labs? It's just a fucking cave. Could you imagine going to work and they're like, oh yeah, here's your lab, and it's a cave. This is where 10 Gauge's SQL server is located. I can't imagine going to work. Fucking hell, seriously? It's just in a cave below his workplace. Hey, reptoids. I believe it. Yeah. Oh, look at this. We got some flowers now. Which I think aggro via sound, so yeah, it was guaranteed to aggro me. Alright, hey there, guidance node. Unable to activate matter or conduit. Energy shortage detected. Identifying cause. Cause identified. Unauthorized siphoning of energy by chimerical creatures. Location: the recombination labs and the biomass incubation complex. Time is short. Let us split up and eliminate the culprits. Miro, pray dispatch the creatures at the recombination labs. Thus you shall sweep the incubation complex. Take care and return hither when you are done. Are you seriously gonna make me run all the way back to the incom? Oh, you fucking assholes. They're literally gonna make me run all the way back there. What a dick move. Wouldn't be so bad if I could fly. But I cannot fly. I got caught on a fucking branch. Well, at least going backwards, I can just drop down. Flying is for nerds. That's true. Nerds do like to fly. And eat hamburgers. Maybe. I actually don't know if they like to eat hamburgers. Oh look, we made it back to the recombination labs. Yay. It's almost like I was just in here. And then they make you survey for 5 seconds to get the things to spawn. It's like lie in wait. Do you think the Lamias are made with the bows, or do you think they give them the bows when they're made? Wow, I didn't expect that to be literally as bad as it was. Oh, apparently another one was made. Huh. Didn't even see it. There you go. Secondary creature, dead. Vector, when you make Lamias, do you grow them with the bow intact, or do you give them the bow afterward? Okay, we done? Well, at least they don't make you, like, just run from point A to point B here. They do give you something to do. But at the same time, making you run that far back just to do this is like, fuck you. I bet you any money the incubation hall... Yeah, look. The incubation complex was right here. Right here. All they had to do was walk a little bit north. I had to run it all the way to fuck you game. Fuck you, Alphino. I hope you guys fought terrors unimaginable in there. By the way, you guys let Vector's favorite Pokemon get away again. Terrors imaginable. No. Because if they can imagine them, then they're not that bad. Like tight pants. Yeah, like imagine Alphino walked in there and his pants just tightened so much. You became an employee of Magima Constructions. You love the songs they do? The song they do? I haven't heard the song. One day I will. One day. Energy restored to the conduit. Please wait a moment while I activate it. I haven't played Yakuza 2 yet. I've only played 0, 7, and 8, Arena, so you have played more than I have in some ways. Okay, if your pants just magically shrunk on your body, that would be incredibly painful. It would. Yeah, so far I really love the series, so, and I'm excited to play through the rest. There's also Yakuza Dead, Dead Souls one, I think it's called. The side game about zombies. Well, looky here. So the Guardians managed to land. Repairs on the vessel appear to be well underway. I doubt that they will leave anytime soon, however. Nay, they will remain here long after they have stripped the Isle of all its secrets. Whether or not they mean to linger, their presence here and now is an unwelcome complication. Indeed, let us avoid confrontations unless absolutely needful. Okay, we get another ether current. Arena, what do you think of Azys Lla? Do you like this area? Do you mislike this area? Close encounter of the 6th kind. Warning, intruders detected in force in this quadrant. It is recommended that you avoid confrontation where possible. Be kindly reminded that in accordance with terms and conditions of use, you and your party assume all risk of damage or injury, including death, that you may sustain in the course of guidance. Please follow me to the next matter conduit. It leads to the Delta Quadrant, where the facility's greatest achievement is located. It's kind of grim. Alright, so we got a Legion Hoplomachus here. We're just gonna walk past him. He's not gonna see a thing. Is their greatest achievement the murder of Tom Paris? I mean, it could be. Tom Paris is an odd character in that some people really, really like his character, and some people really fucking hate his character. There doesn't seem to be much in between when it comes to Paris. Remember when Tom Paris and Janeway had lizard sex? I remember very little of Voyager. The main stuff I remember is a lot to do with the Borg and Species 8472. They just never acknowledged that episode again. Wait, something is afoot. Yeah, it's at the bottom of your leg.
Our objective lies at the heart of the Isle. The third will remain to guard the ship, while the second patrols the perimeter and eliminates any threats. The first will come with me to secure the research facility. Let no man doubt the import of our mission. The Allagans found a means to capture icons alive, and their knowledge lies hid upon this isle. If we can but acquire it, we would be able to prevent the beings from returning to plague us, thus ending the cycle of rebirth. I need not remind you that success will raise our Legion high in the Emperor's regard. Yet, By the same token, his radiance does not tolerate failure. That is all. All troops, prepare for deployment!
So that is their purpose.
To think that the knowledge used to bind no less a being than Bahamut sleeps here.
Imprisoning a primal in such a manner would represent an effective means to halt the cycle of summoning, were it not for the grave and obvious risks.
Indeed. We need but refer to past experience, that of Bahamut's calamitous return, to see why this is not the solution we seek.
Held in duress, a primal will continue to nurse its hatred for mankind. And when it inevitably breaks free, its rage will be beyond quelling.
Whatever folly the Garleans mean to commit, they can wait. We must remain focused on our task.
Yes, of course. It would not be polite to keep the Archbishop waiting.
All right, ladies and gents, we're gonna go for another 30 minutes today, so I'm gonna take a break here, and then we will kick off the last 30 minutes of today's stream. Don't go anywhere.